Hi everyone, and welcome to my indie review vlog, the show that gives you spoiler-free reviews of indie films. My name is Asaf Angel from MyIndie Productions, and in this episode I'll be reviewing 2013's Deadly Revisions and 2018's Garden Party Massacre. Both films come to us from American indie filmmaker Gregory Blair, who fondly describes them as his night and day series. Thank you, Gregory, for sharing your work with us. Deadly Revisions is Blair's directorial debut. The story follows horror writer Grafton Torn, portrayed by acclaimed indie actor Bill Oberst Jr. Grafton awakens from a coma, suffering from amnesia and an injured leg. He has no recollection of what led him to the coma. All he knows is that he was found unconscious at the bottom of the stairs at his home. His estranged wife, Kat, played by Lee's Hart, fails to visit him while he's in the hospital. Feeling somewhat lost and confused, Grafton is aided by his close friend Dieter, depicted by Mikhail Blokh, who offers his secluded cabin in the woods for some rest and relaxation so that Grafton can focus on healing from his trauma. Grafton hires Allie Morris, a hypnotherapist played by Cindy Merrill, to try and bring back the memory of what caused the incident. He begins to experience hallucinations manifesting fictional characters from his writing. As these hallucinations worsen, Grafton feels that he's completely losing his grip on reality. This is a dark and mind-challenging film. Blair carefully constructed a story that does a great job in building up suspense. It gives us very little information as we experience the plot through Grafton's eyes. On the other hand, it has its fair share of subtle clues that might shed more light if we're keen enough to pick up on them at first viewing. I personally like the way Blair keeps his viewers guessing as to what is going on, and refrains from providing too much information. It keeps the mystery alive throughout the film, and of course makes it enjoyably more difficult to decipher what burdens our protagonist. Also, when we keep in mind that as an experienced horror writer, Grafton is all too familiar with the structure and rules of a horror story, it makes watching him cope with his confusion all the more interesting. Being a relatively low-budget feature, the film uses a fairly minimalistic yet very professional approach. On the festival circuit, according to IMDb, the film received a total of 7 awards and 6 nominations, which is very impressive for any film, let alone a first-time feature. To sum up, the story is intriguing, the performance is solid, and the outcome is a delight. Highly recommended. Deadly Revisions gets a 7 out of 10 on the Look at Me, I'm a Film Critic scale. Garden Party Massacre. The film is Blair's second feature, which he also wrote and directed. Caleb and Addison are hosting a garden party at their suburbia home for their friends, Wesley, Lincoln, Rena, and Melanie, when suddenly a raging pickaxe murderer crashes the party. Portrayed by Andy Gates, Nichole Bagby, David Leeper, Gregory Blair, Lee's Hart, and Donnelly Heising, the group frantically lock themselves in the house and try to devise a plan to get away from the killer lurking in the yard, played by Matt Weinglass. It seems Blair kicked it up several notches on the wacky scale. He wrote characters with quirky traits. Caleb is the mostly clueless boyfriend who consistently misinterprets his girlfriend Addison's mood swings. Addison is organized and shrewd. Wesley is the witty single gay guy. Lincoln, or Link, is the naive, somewhat dim-witted nice guy. Rena is the sarcastic one. And Melanie is the freaky, man-hunting widow. Garden Party Massacre is a wacky parody on the slasher horror subgenre. It seems that most of the characters are outrageous and intentionally over the top. The way they deal with the situation is hilarious, to say the least.
Oh my god! What the hell was that?
What did he do to Melanie? Where did he get a pickaxe in suburbia?
This film must have been a lot of fun to make. The production value is very impressive for an independent film. The style and visuals are very aesthetic and give a cheerful vibe. The characters are lovable and fun. It was a fun film to watch. On the festival circuit, according to IMDb, the film received a total of 4 nominations and 11 awards. That's an impressive result, considering this is only Blair's second feature. To sum up, if you like horror parodies and feel like watching a movie that can make you forget all your problems for an hour and a half, then I highly recommend you give this one a watch. Garden Party Massacre gets a 7 out of 10 on the Look at Me, I'm a Film Critic scale. It's interesting to experience these two films while keeping in mind that they were made by the same filmmaker. They're so different from one another. I mean, the visual style, the acting, the rhythm. It's either Gregory Blair has 2 signatures as an artist, or maybe he's got a split personality. If I'd watched these films without knowing who's behind them and without reading the credits, chances are I wouldn't have had a clue that they were made by the same filmmaker. Garden Party Massacre and Deadly Revisions are available for purchase or rent on their official websites. Links below. Until next time, keep supporting indie film. My name is Asaf Angel, and thank you for tuning into my indie review vlog.